I'm screening my calls because not everyone deserves my time. Convince me you do after the beep.
Leslie girl, hush. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Hey, I'm not using Pinky today because I think sometimes there's some distortion. You know, I get loud and I get soft and I get loud and soft. So today I'm just going to go ahead and wing it without Pinky, but she's right here. See, she's right here. She's right here. I just don't have her, plugged in. I just want to try something new. I be wanting to use my hands. I'm very animated. So, hey, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about episode number 23 of Beyond the Gates. It was Friday's episode. Yes, I'm late, but I'm here. Okay. Thank y'all for keeping up with me and talking with me and letting me know when the real Ted is coming, because sometimes I get those articles, I don't read them all. I don't read all the words. I was just like, what, he gone? And that was all I saw. So I think it's Ronnie. Thank you, boo, for letting me know about he's coming in May. So May, the new guy is coming in May. That's my birthday month, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see. But welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Shar. This is the Moo Review. This is one of those moo that you get off of Amazon. You see what it looks like, right? Right. It was there for a little bit and then it left and then it came back. So as soon as it came back, I jumped right on it. So the girl that I normally follow, I just see that her video just popped up that she has some new dupes that we can get on Amazon. So this is I'm not gonna say, but you see what it looked like, right? So hey, welcome to my channel. This is the Moo Review. I am your recap auntie right here. And we're going to talk about Beyond the Gates Friday's episode. I will say that Friday's episode was not as good as Thursday's, but it was good. A lot of jumping around, not too many people. You know who they haven't showed in a while? They haven't shown Ashley and Derek. I wonder what they're up to. They haven't showed them in a real long time. I'm sure they'll be back sometime next week. Sometimes they'll show people and then sometimes they won't. Like they haven't showed. It was one particular girl they hadn't showed in a while I haven't seen. I don't remember who they are because it's been a while. But sometimes, Anita and Vernon, they take a little break. But I haven't seen Ashley and Derek in a while. So how y'all doing? Hopefully y'all having a good time. I see that my camera's trying to pick up my little piece of artwork. I didn't do this. It was like a artist guy who I known for years and he did it. And so I think he moved up to New York. So I've had this for, oh my God. 12, 13 years. I need a frame for it. So, hey, we're going to talk about episode number 23. It was about a lot of children-parent relationships. It had an underlying thread. I'll be looking for those little needle and thread moments. It had a lot of what would you do to protect your child, or what people don't care about the fact that you got kids. You got a problem and you need to fix, stuff like that. So that was the underlying theme in this particular episode today. So anyway, welcome with Kat, watching that damn camera, honey, waiting to expose Eva. Just looking, honey, just looking. Remember, this is an Android. I'm recording on an iPhone, so I use both. So then we see Haley, honey, walking to Bill's office unannounced. So she's walking down the hall. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't forget. Got my laptop right here. She's walking down the hall, and as she walks past Bill's office, she sees Bill all hugged up with some beautiful black queen. She was tall, young, cute, beautiful. And she was very statuesque. And so so she was walking, she went back. She was like, what the fuck, And so she doubles back and looks through the window halfway down the hall while she's watching her husband hug this woman. So I'm going to jump down to what they talked about. They was real soppy today. Real soppy. So we see her down the hall and she passes him. And so she sees him hugging a woman. And so as the lady leaves, Haley runs to the other side so she can listen to him and her eavesdrop about their conversation. So he tells the lady that he's happy that she came to see him. And he tells the lady that no one needs to know that they were together until the time is right. Understand? She's like, yeah, lying to my husband is my favorite pastime, honey. And so he says, that's pertinent information that you just gave me. And he will keep that in mind. Very smart move, Bill. Very smart move. So she thanks him for handling her with such care and sensitivity, and their time together has been very, it truly replenished me. And he said, okay, I got a lot out of it too. And so she has on this high split skirt, honey. And Bill is looking at her. She's getting on the elevator. And he's like, my, you know. And he's like, bye. And she's like, bye. And so Haley comes out from hiding with her arms folded. You know, when a black woman, is about to enter a room and we mad, we got our arms folded and we want to know what happened, what's going on. So she's mad and high. So he says, baby, this is a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting you for you to be waiting. I was expecting you more to be waiting for me at home, not here. Didn't Caroline call you? She said, yes, she did. But you didn't. Neither did you text me to tell me. And why is that? So he was like, I had an unexpected delay, baby. I mean, now you have unexpectedly came here, but I am happy to see you. Let me kiss you. She was like, don't you think that a boss kissing an employee days after being named in a harassment suit is like bad optics? And he was like, I think the boss wasn't accused of sexual harassment. She said it's technicality. He was like, I mean, I get off on that a lot. Double entendre, double meaning. He's like, speaking of getting off, let's go. Let's get out of here. So they go into his office and he tells her that he was hoping that they had dinner at home tonight. It would be like more of a celebration and how he could convince Naomi to drop the lawsuit. And so Haley was like, no luck, baby. He was like, nah, not yet. She's not even returning my phone calls. So Bill is not worried or stressed about it at all. He's stimulated. So he leans in to kiss Haley again, and she pushes him off. He's like, okay, wait a minute. What's with the optics again? So, we are in my private office. It's after hours. I was wondering why he just didn't say you're my wife. That would have made more sense. I don't know. So she says that she remembers all of these times when they stayed late in the midnight hour, burning the late night oil. He said, oh yeah, me too. Lots of discovery sessions, more emotions that he could count, and reviewing briefs. He said that her red, sexy, lacy ones was his favorite. I was like, ew. She tells him that she noticed that lady that he was hugging on was making those same motions of her own. He was like, so you jealous of Lorinda? Her name is Lorinda. Lorinda or Lorinda? Yeah, Lorinda. And so we found out that she was there after hours in his arms, lying to her husband. And you were all, well, she says, that Haley says that, she was here, like I was after hours, lying to her husband, and you are all caring and sensitive with her. And she was replenished. You replenished her. And he was like, Lorinda ambushed me. It was platonic hug, and she's a liar. He was being disingenuous, and Lorinda always tosses around the woo-woo words like she's some damn new age guru. Don't y'all have people like that in y'all family that who's like, or friends or whatever, who's so deep they just mention all this? I feel replenished. I feel reborn. I'm in my own, all of that. So he says he tries to kiss Haley again, and she pushes him away. She's like, I want to know an explanation. It's like, why does she feel fucking replenished? So he says Lorinda's going through a nasty custody battle, and she don't want her kids to hate her like my kids hate me. And so Lorinda actually said that to Bill, and so Haley was like, what? She said, what the fuck she say that for? That's too personal. Why would she throw that in your face? He was like, exactly. So she tells him that Naomi and Chelsea don't hate him. He agrees. He said they hate him slightly than when they first found out what happened. So she encourages him that he needs to give it some time and that he needs to be the father they respected and loved and hope for. And before everything occurred, when, that he needs to have faith in what's going to happen, how it's going to reverse itself. And he says, that he has a lot of hope for Chelsea. He said for some reason, he just don't think Chelsea will forgive him. I said, I think Chelsea is more quicker than Naomi for some reason. So they go back to talking about Mrs. Woo Woo, Lorinda, and he really didn't like how the way she shaded him about the hating kids part, and that she wants to be with her kids. But he don't want that because she's real shady and she's a liar and stuff like that. So what he's going to do is like, she's not his client, neither is the husband, his client too. So he's picking up all this information and all these vibes from Lorinda. So he's going to go back to the husband and say, well, I know some information. If you want me to represent you, I got you. Because I got enough information on her that you can win. And I was like, okay, that's good. So Haley was like, oh, see, that's what she get for putting her hands on my man. I'm like, girl, please. So they just go back and forth, sloppy conversation about how sexy she is. She's sexy 24/7, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I could see why Danny, it's hard to get over him because he is very charming, very charismatic, showers you with compliments and lust and love and like you want to fuck all the time. Yeah, you don't want to leave that. So he talks about her body and they finally kiss. Be right back. Okay, now they kissed. So let's talk about Smitty and Martin. They asked Tyrell what happened with his eye. Tyrell, of course, like most teenagers do, nothing, ain't nothing to worry about. I'm good. So he talking about he was riding his bike and he hit a pothole or something like that. Now they try to come for DC. DC does have some potholes. They have some really shitty streets. It's because they snow a lot. They have the snow plows that's up there. Ever drive in DC, you're gonna be like, it's a mess. You're gonna always have a flat tire when you drive in DC. So that's what Tyrell said. He said he fell. They don't believe him. So he goes upstairs and Smitty, tends to his wounds, and then while Smitty is upstairs helping Tyrell with his wounds, Martin is in the living room trying to grill Samantha to see if she could tell him what happened. And so he's like, well, they didn't budge. They both were very stubborn. They got each other's back. It's a ride or die. They're not telling. So eventually we find out that Tyrell is being bullied. He said that he was in the gym room changing his clothes, and then he had on his little ugly ass underwear that he normally wears. Somebody took a picture of it with his phone, sent it to the prettiest girl in the school. The girl, of course, the prettiest girl in the school has a boyfriend. The boyfriend finds out that he sends him the picture. They get mad. The guy punched him in the face. That's what we are. So Smitty and Martin thinks it has to do with them being a gay couple and that they're being teased. But no, most kids these days are pretty cool with classmates who have two dads or two moms. And that's very, very normal for them. What they don't like is if you're trying to hit on their girlfriend or boyfriend. They don't like that shit. So that's what happened with him. And they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. They have to determine whether or not their new career move, like Martin wanting to be a president and Smitty wanting to be a full-time investigative reporter, that's going to take a lot of time away from the kids. So they got to determine if that's something they want to sacrifice right now. So let's talk about Dougie and Nessa. Dougie and Nessa, they meet at a little club, a little dive. Like, everybody went out to eat today. So she walks up on him and she's like, what the fuck you doing on your phone? Like, oh, it's my job. I'm checking to see what they want for work. Lying, of course. He's looking at the casino stuff, checking to see what's on there. So they have a little chit chat about them having time for each other. Nicole comes in because remember, everybody's meeting there. She's like, hey, Nessa and Doug, I don't hardly see you that much. And Nessa was like, that's kind of funny because he's always at the hospital day in, day out, morning, noon, and night. His ass is there. And Nicole was like, shit, I don't never see his ass. I see you more than him. And so Nessa was like, that's kind of strange. If you never see Doug, she's like, no. I'm going off the top of my head. No, I don't never see him. So Nicole was like, well, I got to get with my family, but maybe we can all do a double date. All four of us can get together. And Nessa was like, okay, that's cool. And so she walks away. And Nicole walks away, and so Vanessa said, Doug, really? You never see her? Well, no, darling, I never see her. Psychiatrists and surgeons, they run in different circles. Like, what type of circle, Doug? Like at the casino? Because Nicole ain't no gambler. You think you high and mighty because you're a surgeon. You ain't even hardly there. You at the damn casino, then you are cutting somebody open. Anyway, so they're sitting there talking, and so you hear this voice like, well, look who we have here. It is Joey motherfucking Armstrong, baby. Talking about, look who I found. So Vanessa was just lighting up like, hey, Joey. So Doug don't like that shit. Dougie, he don't like the fact that he can see that Joey is blatantly flirting with Nessa, and she likes it. He don't like it. So, Joey addresses them Dr. McBride, Mrs. McBride, and Doug is like, Joey, isn't it? I'm like, oh, you gonna get in some trouble. You gonna get in some trouble. So Vanessa had already sent him list of houses that his mama can look through, and he liked the houses so far, but he still want to see more. She invites him to sit down. He's like, no. And so Doug was like, no, he don't need to be sitting down with us. I'm sure he got a lot of other stuff he need to do. And so she was like, Doug, she's like, I'm just saying. So Joey agreed. He's like, and then you guys say that this was like something special for you guys. Wasn't really an anniversary or anything. It's because they just don't spend time together. So they made time together. So, she was looking cute too. It seemed like red really pops on these people. Whenever they wear red, it pops on them. She looked really cute today. So Joey leaves and said it was a pleasure seeing them. So Nessa was like, how disrespectful. Why would you say that to him? Joey, I mean, you couldn't have addressed him by his last name. He's like, darling, don't you know what he does? She's like, I don't know what he does, what he doesn't do. All I know is that I'm trying to help this man get him, a house for his mammy. And that's all I know. And he's like, you don't know what type of personality he does and what he's trying to do. I'm looking at this Amazon truck. They better not hit my damn mailbox. So yeah, he driving around our circle real quick. So anyway, I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry. So he was like, you don't know what type of work he does. She's like, I don't know what he does. I don't know all I know is that he's nice to me and he wants to find a nice home for his mom. That's all I know. So now all of a sudden Doug told me he gotta go. She's like, already, Nick? Well, she didn't say that because she white. But she's already? Like, yeah, it's the hospital. So he leaves. So, she's busy looking through her phone because we all know that Joey, he owns the casino there, but there's also rumors that he's doing some more stuff. So she's on her phone looking at his casino like, money, honey. And he fine too. And he, she was just getting all wet, So Joey leaves. Dougie leaves. Before he gets there to the casino, Joey is talking to Randy about making sure that he gives the card guy, the dealer, these like dirty cards. He called them magical cards because we want to make sure that Doug loses tonight. He won everything the other day, but tonight he's supposed to lose his shirt, and that's what they're gonna do. He's gonna lose his fucking shirt. So he does that. And so he leaves, and so we see Randy talking to Doug like, man, Vanessa told me she was looking for you, man. She called me. I just hung up with her. He was like, when was that? When did Vanessa call you? About an hour ago. He said, nigga, you lying because I was just with her. I just left her. Well, you don't want me here? Like, man, I'm just trying to protect you. That's what Randy said. It's like, man, I understand that. I know what I'm doing. It's going to be a winning night. We're going to do it. We're going to win. We're going to be rich. All them cards is calling my name. So he goes to sit down and he saw Joey. He's like, man, thank you for, not exposing our cover to Vanessa. I appreciate that more than you know. And Joey was like, I know, we're going to be all right. So Joey talks to Randy later and said, Randy, now, I don't like that you trying to stop your friend. I know that's your boy and everything. I didn't like how he said that's your boy. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But anyway, I didn't like that. I know that's your boy. I didn't like that. So anyway, so Randy was like, yeah, I'm just trying to protect him. Like, look, that man is a gambler and he's a loser. And so what I got planned for him, he gonna take my business up to a whole nother level. So you need to let this play out and watch how everything unfolds. So Randy feels kind of bad for him. So he's gonna let him just lose his shirt. So we're gonna get back to Miss Anna, aka Leslie, meeting. Let's go through this whole scenario. So we see Eva is at Nicole and Ted's house calling her mom to see where she is. And we hear Leslie's voicemail, which I did in the beginning. This is Leslie. I'm screening my calls because not everyone deserves my time. Convince me that you do after the beep. They are backing out. My neighbors are backing out. They got a big ass van and they beep. So Eva decides to not leave a voicemail. So she looks at Nicole's office and wonders if she should go in or not. So Nicole shows up and asks her, girl, what you doing here so late? So Eva looks surprised. So she tells Nicole that she thought that she went out to dinner. She was like, "Yeah, I am." She said, "I'm going to meet up with Ted and Kat later." So Eva was like, "Oh gosh," she rolled her eyes because he had her back turned towards Nicole. So Nicole had an insurance authorization that she needed to take care of before her patient's treatment tomorrow. I remember, I already know all about that, insurance authorizations and stuff. So Eva offers help, and Nicole's like, "No, no, thanks. This won't take too long." So Nicole, with her nice self, I thought that Ted was going to do it yesterday, but he didn't. Nicole invites Eva along to go to dinner if she doesn't have any plans. Thank God Eva tells, Nicole, "That's very nice of you, but I'm going to have to turn down the invite." You know that what's that going to bring? That's going to bring Kat, and Kat will be so heated and will probably pitch a fit and say that she don't belong there, so she don't want that bullshit. No thanks. So Nicole agrees, and she said, she don't want to make Eva feel uncomfortable. So I agree, and so we would drop it, and maybe next time. So Nicole leaves, and Eva tells her that she has to get her logged out of her hospital system, and she'll leave. So Nicole asks if she heard anything more about that woman at the banquet who got booted out, and Eva was like, "No." She said that Ted told her to drop it, and so she did. So Nicole tells her, "Okay, now not to stress about Kat. Both Ted and me, we see your value here at the office." And then Eva smiles. So, let's see. Ted and Leslie. They're outside fussing. So, Leslie tells him, "I'm not going after your daughter. Catherine and I were just having ourselves a friendly little chit chat." That girl crazy. So he tells her that she don't know shit about being friendly. Everything is a scheme with you. So she's like, "You don't believe me? We can always go and ask together." So Ted calls her Dana. So that's her real name. So she's Dana. Her name is Leslie. Her name is Sherry. Her name is Anna. Girl, who knows? All of them live in her head. Every last one of them. So she says, "Careful now." So she tells him that it might be a bit awkward when she hears you call me Dana because she only knows me as Anna. But that's not what got you all shooked up, is it, Teddy? You're scared that I'm going to spill the tea about that baby we made. I was like, oops. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe. So Ted asks her, why is she bringing that old shit up? That's old drama. That was more like a lifetime ago. So Leslie says, "So you think you could just ship me off like a dirty little secret, like our history meant nothing to you?" And Ted was like, "Nothing but trouble." I like this Ted because when he's not around Nicole, he thug. He thug Ted. He Teddy with the side smile. He Teddy. Teddy. That's who he is. Cause he really get in the mud with Leslie. He says, "Nothing but trouble." So Leslie's like, "I got that abortion like I told you. But it was too far painful of a memory for me to let you just get away." So Teddy was like, "I don't have time for this drama, Dana." So Leslie says, "Why is that? Is it because your sweet Nicole will be pulling up on us soon?" So Teddy was like, "Look, leave Nicole the fuck out of this. She ain't got nothing to do with this." And so Leslie's like, "Oh, really? You sure about that? I mean, I could just stick around and we could just let her decide." So Ted was like, "Enough, bitch. What is it going to take for you to get out of my damn life? Is it more money you want?" So she was like, "How much do you have in mind?" And he was like, if it was always about money, then why the song and dance, the fake attempt, the working through my wife's events? It's like, the fake attempt to off yourself. Why going through all my wife's events and showing up trying to be like you want to be there at work, but you're fake. So she was like, "Ted, for a smart man, sometimes you can be so damn dense." "Every time we talked, not once did you ever ask me what I wanted." So Ted was like, "You always let me know that you wanted you wanted to burn my life to the ground." Oh my God. Okay, I gotta hurry up. Ted said, you always knew that you wanted to burn my life to the ground. Every time we talked, not once did you ever ask me what I want. That's what she said. So is money, is it all gonna take, is it gonna take you, how much money is it gonna take to get rid of you, he says. She was like, do you need my routing number or will my cash app do? So he says, hell no, you think you're slick. I ain't about to leave you no paper trail and for you to exploit. It's either cash or nothing. So she's like, I'm thinking 50 stacks ought to cover it. He said, 50 fucking $1,000. She's, I hate when somebody shush me. He said, you must be out of your damn mind. There's no way I can make that type of withdrawal and not set off every damn alarm at the bank. She said, oh, poor baby. Your mess, your cleanup. He's like, all right, fine. You'll get your fucking money. That's it. And all I still have to just remember, I still have that same lawyer on speed dial. You know, the one that made you leave the last time? You didn't want to hear that, did you? We're done here. So she walks away slowly. So Ted and Eva are waiting for Nicole, and he talks about how she needs Ted and Kat are waiting for Nicole. He talks about how she needs to ease up on Eva. She's like, Daddy, I don't trust her. He said, you need to give her a chance. You might discover that it might be a big mistake. She said, we can't be all flawless like you, Dad. So they tell her that they know about the purse business because Nicole finally shows up and they're happy for her. So she's staring at her phone and they say, okay, we're here. I thought you wanted to be here. What's the big news? So you'll find out in due time. So we see Eva at the office reaching into the files through the camera, pull out the file that says Sherry Carter. And she's reading the damn whole file all out loud, talking about, this girl tried to kill herself, jump off the roof. So Kat sees it and she runs out the restaurant telling them they need to come to the house as soon as possible. So while Eva is reading through the file, she sees the camera there. She turns around and says, oh shit. So she puts the file back in the cabinet. She runs in the living room, gets her coat and stuff, and she sees that Kat is coming. So she goes and hides. So you can see Kat running in talking about, Eva, what she say, you thirsty bitch. What she say? I gotta find it in my notes. What she say? You badass, you bad bottom bitch, something like that. She said. Let me see what she said. She said, Eva, you basic bitch. I know who you are. So she drops her phone, goes into the office to look at the camera. So while Eva saw that she left, she saw that the phone was there on the couch. She pressed the delete that video and then she ran out. So when Kat wanted to show the video to Ted and Nicole, the video was gone. So we see Eva at the end pour herself a drink. Well, Eva came back home. Leslie's like, oh, you missed a whole, drama-filled day. So she tells her about her little conversation with Ted. It's like, oh, she said he wanted to offer me $50,000. And Eva was like, he offered that? She said, oh, he begged me to take it. That girl, Leslie, is a trip, honey. So they talk, and then all of a sudden we see Eva giving herself a shot. And she was like, hairdresser 1, bougie bitch behind the gate 0. So she takes the shot, slams a glass on the thing, and she says, Kat really thought she had my number, but she's not ready for this smoke. And that was the end of the episode. So my phone is at 20%. So let me go ahead and get all this together. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. But I don't think I did. It was just a funny episode with that Leslie. Whenever Leslie, Sherry, Anna, Dana, whatever she is, whenever she comes on the screen, it is like a hoot. And I feel like she writes her own scripts for some reason. I think that she gives her input on what she should say. And they had a little banter. Who was it? Bill and Haley had a little banter. I think they went off script too. I don't think they went according to the script. It was like, it felt like it was ad-lib. I didn't go through that because it was just soppy with them talking about how sexy and kissing and harassments and stuff. It wasn't all that to me. So breathe, Shar. I'm kind of knowing the characters better and better now that I'm at episode number 23. It's cool. It's fun. I really like this show. I really, really do. I really love it, actually. So thank y'all for coming by. Thank you for another Moo review. Don't forget, y'all better be looking on Amazon, honey, because they be having some dupes. Y'all take it easy. I will see y'all in the next video. I'm going to chill. This is the first Sunday in a long time that I had off. And I'm going to relax. All right, bye.